Welcome to another exciting episode of Gamezone TV. This week we interview a Call of Duty player with a difference, Michael Lee. So stay tuned to find out what that difference is. Also, we give away a Dota 2 beta key. Thanks, Valve, for helping us out with that. And we have some news and some community stuff for you to check out. So stay tuned.
This is the news on Gamezone TV.
EA have been getting tons of hate mail from fans about their gay and lesbian inclusion in all BioWare titles. Star Wars: The Old Republic and obviously Mass Effect 3. It's a Christian group that's lobbying against it, and I have a very interesting opinion about it. I've got it in an article down below. You can click on the description. Researchers at the University of Electrocommunications in West Tokyo, Asians, have put together a system for the orally impaired that uses the Kinect, basically reads your nose and eyes and can predict what you're gonna say. Freaking science fiction. There are a lot of video game to film adaptations that we're likely to see in the future. One that we probably won't is Pac-Man. But professional geek James Farr has put together a fantastic short on YouTube where he's imagined a pretty badass universe and where Pac-Man could make a great film. Check it out. We're sitting with Michael Lee, a local Cape Town gamer who happens to be 59 years old and is quite big in the Cape Town Call of Duty scene. Welcome to the show. So Michael, I just have a question. How did you get into gaming?
My kids were playing Diablo, this game on the computer, and they're really into computer gaming. And I thought, well, let me try this. I was bored, and I like to read, and we love gaming, any kind of games, puzzles, everything, as you can see, backgammon. And I started playing Diablo, and I became obsessed with it. I couldn't stop. I had to sometimes 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And then my kids started taking over this Diablo, so I never had a computer to play with. And then I walked into the CNA one day, and they were showing this Xbox, and I wanted to demo a couple of games, and I thought, no, I'll buy it for my, I think then 10-year-old son Jack, who is actually Jack Knife, and which is our name that we played together, and I was going to give it to him for Christmas. And as I brought it, I got so excited. I brought it home, and we opened it. We opened it from the car to the house as I brought it home, and then we started playing, and we got onto live, and it just became a tradition. Every year on November the 9th, we go to the midnight launch at Cavendish. Jack misses the next day's school, and we go get the next either Treyarch or Infinity Call of Duty, whatever it is, even if it's a crap one like Black Ops or whatever. And yeah, it's just enjoyable because I can come home from a day at work and I can just jam maybe half an hour, and talk a lot of nonsense to a few people that seem my own age, but they're probably 20 years younger than me, but they behave the same way that I behave. And I never think of myself, I think I've been 59 for the last 5 years. I never think of myself as...
And the funny story is, I've got a friend that lives just up the road, and he just got an Xbox, and he got Xbox Live, and now his dad's like kind of the same age as my dad, and he's also hooked on it. Like, I'm inviting him to games, and I'm wondering why he's not enjoying it, and then I go to his house, and I just see his dad jamming in his room playing Xbox.
Yeah, he's
like quite funny. But
he's like an intellectual.
Yeah.
Dad. Yeah.
So he also plays a lot.
What kind of games have you played in the past and are you currently playing?
I like the first-person shooters on Xbox because the ease of getting into a game, you just put on the Xbox, jump into the game, and you're right online, Xbox, you're right online, and you can play for 5 minutes and get out the game. You can play for 10 minutes, you can play for 1 minute, and you can get something out of it. Yeah, so it's for me just the convenience of playing a first-person shooter and playing a 10-minute game. It's like being in a movie. It's like acting in a movie. And getting some sort of competition out of it. Like shooting somebody but not killing them. It's fun. You like Skate 3.
And there's Halo. I love that game. And Gears of War. It's also really sick. But the thing is, my dad only been playing Modern Warfare. I mean, it's the best game, so you can't. But like my brothers have been playing Battlefield 3 and all those games. So.
Those games are too slow for me.
No, sir, I really didn't like Battlefield 3 either.
Yeah. No,
I mean, Modern Warfare 3, you're in the action. You just like you play the game you've loaded. There's no cars. So there's no way that they can cheaply get you, if you know what I mean. Like in Battlefield, you get a tag, and you just blow the dude up, and then you're dead, or you just explode the house with an aircraft, which also sucks about it. So, and they copied Black Ops with that whole interviewing thing, and then interrogation.
As soon as somebody moves in this house, somebody will come from upstairs and jump onto the Xbox there. And the person that's got off the Xbox will run to here, to this TV, to see what's going on here. Or somebody will run to the computer.
Jack, what's it like having a dad that's really into games?
It's actually really cool to some point. Like, it's really fun unless I want to play as well, because she never wants to play split screen with me. Because now we can play split screen online, and that doesn't ever happen. So it's fun, and a lot of kids' dads don't do it, but it's like kind of bittersweet, if you know what I mean. It doesn't happen that often, and with other people, and I enjoy it sometimes.
Now it's time for community stuff.
MWeb Gamezone are sponsoring clan packages. If you are in a clan in South Africa and taking your game seriously, chat to the games master at MWeb. Basically, they're sponsoring servers with players 5 and up, as well as mumble servers as well. If you're in a clan 5 players up, or playing a game that MWeb already hosts servers for, your clan might be next. Just follow the link to the communication in the description below. That concludes another exciting episode of Gamezone TV. Subscribe, like this video, share it on your favorite social networks. Mine happens to be Twitter and Facebook and Google+, so that's all of them. If you got the Dota key, let us know, tell us so that, you know, people don't have to like attempt to get the key when you took it last. Cheers.